This is a very important ensuing transit, and it's very critical that you understand it well. Hello, namaskar and adab to all my friends from your friend astrologer and guide Irfan, once more with you from your very own channel Astro Assurance. Every now and then we bring you a video of the transits, the ensuing transits which happen, and it is not very often that we talk about the transit of Saturn, Rahu-Ketu or Jupiter. But today we are going to talk about a very important ensuing transit of Rahu and Ketu, which is going to happen in a couple of months, fag end of October, and it's important for us to understand how this transit will play an important role in each of our lives with vis-a-vis the respective rising sign or the ascendant that we are born in. This is important because after many ages or after decades, we have Rahu and Ketu which will be moving into the two Dusthanas in the Kalpurush Kundli, which is the natural Dusthanas, which is the Virgo sign, the 6th house, and the Pisces sign, which is the 12th house. Rahu will be moving into the Pisces sign, into the 12th house of the Kalpurush Kundli, and Ketu will be moving into the 6th house in the Virgo sign of the Kalpurush Kundli, or to summarize it, Rahu in Pisces and Ketu in Virgo, whichever your ascendant is. So what does this mean? It means that whichever ascendant you are, the house that Rahu will be moving in will be activated vis-a-vis the results that the Pisces sign will give you for Rahu and what the Virgo sign will give you for Ketu vis-a-vis that house. However, it is also important to see the other two major planets which will occupy their respective signs for a long time during the transit of Rahu and Ketu, which is Jupiter and Saturn, what kind of result they bring upon us. So let's jump in and see how the ensuing transit in a couple of months, which is of Rahu and Ketu, they will bring us different opportunities, different kind of challenges as well. However, it could be a life-changing trajectory for a number of our ascendant or the rising signs. Now, for Aries ascendant natives, we know that right now Jupiter is transiting through your Lagna. However, in 6 months' time, of roughly around April, Jupiter is going to move into Taurus. But before that, in a couple of months, we will be having Rahu transiting away from your 1st house and into your 12th house, and Ketu transiting away from your 7th house into your 6th house. So what are the probabilities that it will bring to us, what to do and what not to do or what to avoid? So firstly, Rahu will activate your 12th house of expenses, foreign lands, waste and excess, medical clinics, hospitals, solitude and so on. However, Rahu is also planet of aspirations. So Rahu will make you aspirational about the areas of the sign and house that it gets into. So for Aries ascendant natives, Rahu is activating your 12th house of being able to get better results from the areas of the 12th house, such as either foreign lands, or for people who are conscious of their health, maybe better health. For those people who want to go to foreign lands or work in foreign companies, work with foreign clients, that is also getting activated. However, the other thing that Rahu will do in this particular placement is that Rahu is also activating for you a need for or an aspiration for a better quality of life. So some of us may also need to be careful, and that is where one area which you need to avoid, that we should be careful of the expenses that we have, especially where we want a better quality of life. This can also make some of us more intimacy conscious, which means that we want more bed pleasures in the bedroom or wherever you want to do it. So it may give you a heightened need for sexual intimacy. So watch out that you don't get into those kind of relations where that sexual intimacy may hamper your progress, may hamper your current relationship also. So try and avoid getting into any small flings, short flings, or getting attracted to people who you think may not have a long-term commitment oriented relationship opportunity for you. At the same time, Rahu will be aspecting your 4th house of domestic life, domestic dependence. So it will activate a opportunity for some of you for even moving to foreign land if you so aspire, because Rahu is about effort. So if you are able to put in effort in the right direction, then surely that kind of a result will also come by to you. However, Rahu is also going to aspect your 8th house, but in the Scorpio sign. So a transformation may also come about for you. That transformation may either be triggered where some of you may not be keeping good health, so suddenly you focus on your health, you start exercising, you do the treadmill, or you focus on your better diet. So all those results Rahu may give you, so be mindful of that. However, the biggest opportunity for you is to be able to earn from foreign lands, foreign alliances, from the areas of the 8th house. Good period also for investments in property, maybe a slightly different kind of investments in property, maybe a different kind of city, or moving away from your city, changing the job, and also then moving the city, or maybe moving to a better house, a bigger house with more amenities. So expenses or amenities may also come by for some of you. So be careful of your expenses, be careful of the aspirations you have. On the other hand, Ketu will be aspecting the Taurus sign in your 2nd house. So income may be something which is also of the essence. So you'll have to focus that how you are able to regulate your income, keep your expenses down, and push for higher income. This may not be easy because Ketu is aspecting your 2nd house. And in about 6 months time, Jupiter is going to move into your 2nd house in the Taurus sign, the money sign, while Rahu is placed in Jupiter's other sign, which is Pisces. So this is surely going to be an opportunity for you where you may be able to gain high because Jupiter is expanding your opportunity to get higher income, but Ketu will also be putting up kind of a stabilizing factor on it. So this is surely a yin-yang energy for some of us where you want to push for higher gains, higher stature. Stature may be affected where it may not be easy for you to gain or grow in stature in your organization because Saturn 3rd aspect will continue to be on your Lagna. So what this overall means is the harder you have worked so far and you are ready to work for the next 1.5 years while Rahu and Ketu remain in your 12th and 6th house, better results may come by for you, better opportunities may come by for you if you are able to avoid expenses, if you are able to continue to work with commitment, focusing on savings, and keep pushing for earnings, though it may not be very easy for you to push for higher earning, but at least money saved is money earned, so you may be able to focus on that area. Now for Taurus ascendant natives, important that Jupiter is going to move into your Pisces sign in the 11th house and Ketu is going to move into or transit into your 5th house in the sign of Virgo. So what does this mean? Rahu going into the 11th house means it is activating societal connections, connections across boundaries, connections across your departments, across organizations as well. So this is a work cut out for Taurus ascendant natives. However, Rahu may ignite for you also the need or desires and wishes may also be ignited. Desires or wishes for having more time to spend on fun activities, going out, socializing with friends as well. Today when I tell you, you may think, no, I'm not that kind, but however, whether you like it or not, there will be opportunities for socializing or you may be pushed into those situations where you may have to socialize, meet friends, go out and increase your social network. If not within your social life, then it may increase the need to be able to push for higher or better relations within the department or intra-department or inter-department relations or better connections as well, because your job may be like that, or you may have certain projects, or you may be given certain responsibilities because of which you may have to work with people across departments, maybe across organizations as well. The other thing is Rahu is going to aspect your 3rd house and in the sign of Cancer, which means that for some of you social media success can come by if your aspiration is linked to social media marketing, putting in your effort, or guiding, consulting, writing, singing. Any artistic talent may also come by for you. And Ketu is also activating that 5th house, but Ketu is also aspecting your Lagna, which means if you are doing something not for the sake of only money or gains, but for artistic endeavors to give back something to people in your artistic endeavor, then this may be good. Rahu is also aspecting the Scorpio sign in the 7th house while being placed in one Kama Bhav and then aspecting the other two Kama Bhavas, which means, as I said, Jupiter being in your 12th house So the 12th house of bed pleasures is also already expanded. Jupiter is expanding that, and Rahu is now expecting the other karma bhava. So the need for sexual intimacy may be high. However, Rahu may also bring about a transformation in your relations if you're not careful of your current relationship, which means if the need for heightened societal connections or making new friends grows very strong, then you may end up making a friend, an unusual friend outside the boundaries of your current relationship, which may bring about a transformation in the current relationship. So watch out. This is especially very important for married people. Why? Because Ketu is in the 5th house of romance. Now Ketu is placed in your 5th house of romance, and Ketu is also aspecting your 9th house of gains, which means gains from your romantic liaisons may not be high or may not come by for you, while Rahu is aspecting your karma bhavas, which may force you to bring about a change, a transformation in your current relationship. So be a little careful there. This is also important more from next year October, next year April onwards, when Jupiter will be getting into your Lagna, getting into the other sign ruled by Venus. And so because Jupiter is getting into the Lagna and Ketu is also aspecting that while placed from the 5th house, so there may be a tendency where you may get into a relationship where even your reputation may be at stake. In the social life, at least in your friend circle, so watch out for that. However, Saturn being placed in your 10th house of career in its own sign is a fantastic placement for continued stability in your current role, in your current organization, in your current designation. But it also means, because Jupiter is moving away from your 12th house and into the Lagna, an opportunity for growth also in your current role, opportunity for growth also in your current career. So keep an eye out on any opportunities for growth, any opportunities to be able to ask for growth as well, and opportunities of change may also come by, because Ketu is getting into the 5th house, which is the 8th to the 10th house of career. So opportunity is getting activated for your social life, opportunity is getting activated for heightened growth in your stature, in your designation, transformation in your romantic life also. So be a little careful. If you are single, then definitely an opportunity to get into a relationship through a change in your current status. Now for Gemini ascendant natives, Rahu will be moving into your 10th house in the Pisces sign, and Ketu will be moving into your 4th house in the Virgo sign. Now these are very special transits which are happening. Why? Because one thing is Rahu is moving into the house of career, one of the most important houses for us, especially if you are a go-getting, ambitious, service-oriented or career-oriented person, even if you are a businessman. On the other hand, Ketu is in the 4th house. 4th house is also your mental peace, your happiness, your tranquility, your growth in your assets. So what the Zodiac is telling you, that while it is giving you an opportunity to enhance your career, enhance your growth, enhance your designation, improve your relations at work, improve the output from your work, improve the output from your career, service, business, wherever it is. And it is also improving your ability to be able to earn more from your career, earn more from your service. Why? Because Rahu with its 5th aspect, again bringing aspect, is aspecting your 2nd house and in the sign of Cancer for Gemini ascendant natives, which means a very good opportunity for increasing your assets, increasing your bank balance as well. On the other hand, Rahu aspecting your 6th house of service while being placed in the 10th house. So this is also giving you an opportunity to serve in foreign lands, serve in foreign companies, or also a very, very unusual role or a sudden role change may come by for you. Some of you may like the new role, may like the new organization, may like the new team. Some of you may struggle a little bit, at least at the start. However, it will still bring a good opportunity for gains in growth in savings, growth in your ability to earn more from now on, especially connected to service, connected to your career. However, what is important is Jupiter in about 6 months time, roughly around April next year, is going to move into your money sign of Taurus and into the 12th house. So Jupiter will expand your ability to earn from foreign lands, earn from areas of the 12th house. Some of you, if you are in an individual role, then Jupiter will expand the 12th house of working in solitude and an individual capacity, and to be able to make money and gains, increase your livelihood from there. However, Ketu going into the 4th house could also mean that being disconnected from your current house, from your domestic life. So it means two things. One, an opportunity to go abroad, work abroad, earn money abroad. Or second, work so much at your work because Rahu is in your 10th house that you are not able to focus on your home, your domestic life enough. So that is surely a balancing placement for you. That means you will have to, while focusing on your career because it's important, try and take out some time at least so that your domestic life is not neglected. Especially with Ketu also aspecting your 8th house of sexual organs, our sudden changes, also obstacles also. So which means that there may also be certain suddenness in opportunities coming to you, especially of the 12th house as well as the 8th house. And because Saturn is going to continue to aspect the 11th house of wishes and desires, and Jupiter is moving away from it. Jupiter is moving away from the clutches of Saturn. So this is also going to be a good time where you lay your head down, you have fun, you go out, you go for short journeys, maybe for some of you long journeys also. However, one opportunity for one long trip, long duration trip or long distance trip will also come by for Gemini ascendant natives. So overall, these next 18 months is going to be a very good period connected to, especially related to your career, related to enhancement in your designation, in your role at work, more enhanced income, enhanced opportunities in your service, in your team, but also an opportunity connected to foreign lands, connected to make a change in or improve your domestic life, maybe even move to a home or even move to foreign lands, but accentuating also the peace, tranquility and the harmony at home. Now for Cancer ascendant natives, Rahu will be moving into or transiting away from your 10th house of career and into the 9th house. So this is the mixed placement for Cancer ascendant natives, because on one hand, Rahu had ignited your 10th house of career, designation, growth in work, and now it is moving away into the 9th house of gains or long distance travel or gaining from your educational experiences or education qualification. So which means if you really worked hard over in your career over the last 18 months, so now Rahu is saying that it is a time for you to reap the benefits of the hard work that you put in and to make gains. So some of you may find that, okay, I worked really hard, gains should come by to me, growth should come by to me, better designation should come by to me. So you will push for that and maybe you deserve it also. But be careful, because Jupiter, which is also in Aries sign, will move away in about 6 months into your Taurus sign, into your 11th house. And Jupiter, which was in some way protecting your 10th house, will now be less protective of the 10th house. And Saturn from the 8th house, from its Mutrikona sign of Aquarius, will be aspecting your 10th house of career and in its degradation sign, which means this could be a period of real long hours for you at work, because there may also be a negotiation. Your bosses may say, okay, you want growth, you want better opportunities, better designation, then you will have to bend your back. So new projects may come by for you, new opportunities of working in different departments may also come by for you, but surely a stability bringing placement this is also coming by for you. However, some of you will find that between April next year, when Jupiter moves into your 11th house, to August, in this first 3-4 months, an opportunity for gains, growth and also job change may come by for you with a better role, better opportunity, better salary, even better brand, larger organization may also come by for you. Now keep in mind that when Jupiter will move into your 11th house in about 6 months time, it will come under the aspect of Ketu from the 3rd house of effort, marketing, branding, which means that some of you will have to put in harder work to be able to have a greater influence on other people, to be able to convince people better and to be able to sell your services, sell your products also, or sell your ideas. So surely your work cut out in terms of the more effort that you will have to put in. But the more effort that you put in, the more gains will also come. An opportunity for long distance travel connected to working, connected to workshops, connected to learning may also come. And some of you may also find that from your organization side, you may have to attend more workshops, meet more people, maybe do some short distance travel also, and maybe even meet more clients, different clients also from time to time. So overall, an opportunity to be able to expand your work, expand and be able to get some of your wishes and desires fulfilled, make gains, especially if you have worked over the last 1 year or so, go long distance, spiritual tourism may come by for you, meeting new people, creating new bonds, long distance travel may also come by for you, learning new things, an opportunity of working with new unusual kind of people will also come by for you. However, Ketu's aspect from the third house of Kama Bhava is also aspecting your seventh house of relationships, which means Ketu, if you are in a certain situation where it is stagnated, Ketu is also bringing an opportunity for the stagnation to move away. So if you have been trying hard to make a commitment or get married, Ketu is creating an opportunity for the change in status quo surely coming by for you. So some of you may be even making a commitment, some of you may also be getting married over the next 18 to 19 months. Now for Leo ascendant natives, this is a fantastic period overall, especially from the perspective of you having Jupiter moving into the 10th house in 6 months time, away from the aspect of Saturn, and Rahu releasing its clutches on the 9th house of gains but moving into the 8th house. So in that way, gains are coming by, career is getting expanded for you. However, now because we are focusing on Rahu and Ketu's transit, so what will happen is Rahu will get into the 8th house and activate the 8th house, which means those things which have been hidden from you so far, those opportunities which were hidden from you or not showing in themselves, or you had not focused on them, they did not come under your attention, will suddenly come under your attention. And so 8th house results, 8th house areas, 8th house industries will also get activated. So some of you may find opportunities coming in IT sector, virtual world, in banking, in insurance and taxation. So number of opportunities are getting activated for Leo ascendant natives. And because Rahu will also be active, will aspecting your 12th house, so certain opportunities coming from these industries connected to foreign lands, foreign clients, foreign associations are also coming. So overall, a good opportunity. However, because Rahu is going into the 8th house, so suddenness of results may many times also maybe take away your peace of mind. So be really careful of what you get into, what you promise. It's always better that you promise less and over deliver, because there is a tendency that you may make false promises or heightened promises or expanded promises which you may not be able to do easily. And because Rahu, it will also be aspecting your Scorpio sign in the 4th house while also aspecting your 12th house. So a sudden opportunity to travel, sudden opportunity to work in an MNC, a multinational corporation, or for a much better role, much better growth, sudden heightened growth in terms of your investments or in terms of your increments, ability to take more money or ability to get higher earnings is also getting activated, especially because Ketu is transiting away from your 3rd house and into your 2nd house of income, of savings. However, from your 2nd house of savings, income, increments, livelihood, Ketu will be aspecting your 10th house, where Jupiter will be moving in 6 months time. So 10th house is getting activated of career, but Ketu will also be aspecting the 10th house, which means Jupiter will expand your relations with superiors, with authority figures, get you to be able to develop a better rapport with them. However, it will not be easy to get higher growth, higher increment in spite of your better relations, which means your work output has to be better to be able to get an increment in terms of your earning potential, in terms of your potential to save. And because Ketu is also aspecting your 6th house, to some extent Ketu will be protecting you from unnecessary friction with team members, unnecessary challenges from team members, and keep you away from heightened competition. So to that extent it is also protective. However, Ketu will also bring in an opportunity to change the status quo in terms of your career. So always be on the lookout for opportunities. The opportunity or the change may not be given to you on a platter. So you have to keep your eye open and look out for an opportunity in change of your career also. Keep that in mind. Now for Virgo ascendant natives, Rahu will be transiting into your 7th house and Ketu will be transiting into your Lagna. What this means is Rahu is strongly activating the 7th house of partnerships, of gains from partnerships also, and unusual relationships, unusual acquaintances, unusual connections, which means that some of you may find that you may meet somebody either at work or in your life where a new partnership may come by for you, or the opportunity to be able to strike a better chord with people may come by for you. So for some of you, there may be a new team member or new team, or an opportunity to even change your department, and for maybe a relatively less extent, even change your job or your role for better designation, better opportunities. This is also because Rahu will be aspecting your 11th house of wishes and desires, fulfillment from your relationships, from your connections, from your partnerships. So this is a good placement where in your partnerships you may gain, especially if you have worked hard over the last 18 months, then surely this is a good opportunity for you. However, this may also get you connected to those people who are away from your culture, different in ethnicity, different from also your region. So that kind of a relationship may also be activated because Rahu is placed in one Kama Bhava and aspecting the other two Kama Bhavas, especially in the 3rd house and in the Scorpio sign. So be careful of what relations you get into, or extramarital relations or extramarital connections that you get into. It's not that it will absolutely happen, but I'm telling you the unusual connection opportunity is surely getting activated. And this is also important because Ketu is getting into your Lagna, which means Ketu is hampering or stagnating an opportunity for higher growth, better respect. So either Ketu is changing the status quo in terms of your ability to be able to gain or grow, but Ketu is also changing the status quo aspecting your 9th house and your 5th house. So for some of you, a new romantic liaison may come about, or the change in how much time you are able to give to your romantic life. So your partner may ask for more time, partner may ask for more attention, but I doubt if you'll be able to give enough time to your partner over the next 18 months. But your need from the partner is surely getting activated. For some of you, you may need more intimacy, more time with your partner. However, when you are asked to reciprocate, give time or give attention, you may not be able to give enough attention when the other person requires. So surely this is a time for you to negotiate how much time you are able to give to your partner and vice versa. Now the other thing is, in 6 months time, Jupiter is going to move away from your 8th house and moving into the 9th house, activating the 9th house of long distance travel, gains, and moving away from the clutches of Saturn, which means the 9th house and in the money sign of Taurus is getting activated, but under the aspect of Ketu. So surely an opportunity of change in the status quo connected to your money, connected to working in foreign lands, connected to foreign companies, or connected to higher learning. So which means on one side an opportunity also to get higher certifications, higher designations because of your certifications or higher learning, or attend workshops to be able to improve your capability or improve your credibility or improve your qualification or improve your competence. So this is overall a good opportunity for Virgo people, whereby you will be able to get the more earning through the more learning, or get more learning in these 18 months, maybe get a certification, maybe a year's certification you will be able to do and make gains. So overall a pretty balanced placement, because Rahu and Ketu are occupying the Lagna in the 7th house axis, and Saturn will be protective in the 6th house, protect you from untoward incidents connected to work. However, stability in terms of your career, your service will be there. Not too many shakeups are there, but higher gains are surely being seen. Relationships are key. As long as you are able to use your relationship better gains, better results, better output will also come by for Virgo ascendant natives. Now for Libra ascendant natives, this is going to be a good placement because number one, after a long hiatus of almost 18 months, Ketu is moving away from your Lagna. So opening the doors for better growth, stimulating better opportunities, more respect, more designation, more stature, more standing in society. All that is getting activated, or Ketu is leaving that house, allowing you that opportunity. But Ketu is moving into the 12th house, and Rahu is moving away from your 7th house of relationship, connections, or gaining from partnership, or gaining from being able to gain from what kind of a team member you are. But Rahu is moving into the 6th house. What it could mean is over the last 18 months, if you really worked hard with your team, this could be a time when there could be some tug of war with your team members, especially for taking credit. Some of the team member may be acting behind your back to take more credit than you. So this is where you need to be a little careful, and you need to keep your eyes and ears to the ground, because Rahu is getting into the 6th house and aspecting your 10th house of career as well as your 2nd house of earnings and savings. So if you allow the competition to get the better of you, then your career may also suffer, where somebody else may steal a march over you and maybe get a higher promotion or growth over you, and you may be left with only an increment, maybe slightly better salary also. So money increment is surely being seen over the next 18 months, but career growth may come by how well you play your cards, how well you create your rapport with your seniors. So keep that in mind. Now the other opportunity which is coming by for you is that Jupiter is moving away from your 7th house and into the 8th house in about 6 months time, but it will be coming under the direct aspect of Ketu in the 8th house. So on one hand, Jupiter will expand, getting gains in those industries which are connected to the 8th house. However, Ketu aspecting it from the 12th house, which means this could be more related to service or career, where you are working in an individual capacity rather than in a team, because Jupiter is moving away from the 7th house of partnership of teams and coming under this aspect of Ketu sitting in the 12th house of solitude. So a number of people of you may have less support from your team members over the next 18 months, which means you will have to work on your own. You will have to take care of a number of opportunities, a number of responsibilities on your own. Less effort or less support from your team members may come by. So you don't need to blame your team members. They may be getting caught in a number of other situations on new responsibilities. So now that you know this thing may come by, so no point of complaining your team members, or knowing that your Rahu is going into the 6th house, blaming them that they are not supporting you. The challenge with the competition may come more in terms of growth rather than your ability to work together. So keep that in mind. However, Jupiter moving away from your 7th house and allowing a free hand to Saturn, placed in the 5th house of romance and aspecting your 7th house, while Ketu is left your Lagna or your Libra sign alone, which means an opportunity for a stability in your relationship. So for some of you, if you have been in a committed romantic relationship over the last 18 months, 19 months or few years, then wedding bells may ring for some of you, or a commitment may come by for you. You may commit to the relationship also. So overall, a good placement for Libra ascendant natives. Make use of an opportunity for growth in stature, for growth in your career, for growth in increments, for commitment in your married life. Overall, a very good next 18 months for you. So enjoy yourself, all Libra ascendant natives. Scorpio ascendant natives, this is going to be a mixed bag on the romantic front. Change in job, change in career, change in service gains, and a chance also to renew your connections in the social life, through your social life. This means that some new bonds may be made, but sometimes the new bonds may be made at the cost of some old bonds also, because Ketu is moving into the 11th house of your social life, of your social network, and Rahu is into the 5th house, which could also mean a romantic liaison is also coming by because of new friendships being made, and you are getting aspirational, and because of your aspirations of what kind of friendships you want, so the romantic 5th house is getting activated. For those people who are planning a family, some of you surely there is an opportunity of maybe more than one child coming in your life, maybe for some of you even twins coming by, so that especially for married couples that may be coming by, especially if it's not your first child but your second child, then there is a chance that some of you may even conceive where you didn't plan. So be a little careful in your conception. And as I said, some of you may even have an opportunity for twins. So surely some surprising factor in your romantic life and some surprising factor with children are concerned. However, because the 5th house is also a house of change in your career, Rahu is bringing about an opportunity to change in career and increase your stature, increase your standing in society, because Rahu will be aspecting Scorpio sign, a transformation sign, and in the Lagna, a Scorpio ascendant native. So a change, a transformation in your career may combine with better opportunities, better gains. Why gains? Because Rahu is also aspecting your 9th house of gains, and through that you may increase your assets. Saturn is placed in your 4th house of domestic life, domestic assets, and Rahu will be increasing assets from your domestic life because it is going to aspect the Cancer sign, the natural 4th house of the Kalpurush Kundi. So for some of you, a better opportunity for moving into a more stable connection in your domestic life, which means some of you may make investments in real estate, may make investments in your house, also sometimes may even move into a better house or a larger house also. So that opportunity surely coming by for you. However, Ketu placed in the 11th house of wishes and desires and aspecting your 3rd house of effort, which means your wishes and desires may come by only when you put height in effort, when you work hard and in a team effort, because Ketu is also aspecting the 7th house of team. So team effort may come by for you when you put in effort, which also means because Rahu is in the 5th house, if you like somebody, then you have to put in higher effort to get a commitment from them. Okay, so a social connection may also trigger a romantic relationship, and effort to be able to get more out of your social life, or if you're working in large organizations, to be able to make a mark where thousands of people are working in your organization, making a mark through your effort may not be easy. The more you work in a team effort, the more results, better results may come by. So overall, it is still a good opportunity, especially in 6 months time, coming April, Jupiter will be transiting into your 7th house in your Taurus sign and come under the aspect of Ketu. So surely between maybe January next year to April, May next year, you may find a change in your ability to make more money, more gains, and relationship is strongly coming by for Scorpio ascendant natives. Now for Sagittarius ascendant natives, Rahu will be moving into your Pisces sign, into your 4th house, away from your 5th house, and Ketu is moving away from your 11th house into the 10th house. This is one of the strongest placements for a change in some way connected to your work, connected to your career, connected to your business. So what is happening here? Ketu is igniting the 10th house of change in your job, change in your connections at work. In one way, what it will do is it will give you higher aspirations connected to your work, which means you may vie for a better designation, ask for better growth also from your bosses, from your seniors. However, don't push too hard, because the harder you push, your rapport with your seniors may go down. Ketu will negate a better relationship with your seniors at work. So be very mindful and be able to balance between your aspirations at work and your relations with your seniors, because you may, if you bid your time over the next 18 months while Ketu remains in the 10th house of career, results may come by to you, but unexpected results may come by for you, maybe with a change in role also. However, one relationship at work may go sour, so be very careful, especially it may go sour with somebody who has a strong connection with your seniors. So if you are not able to get along well with your team members, especially because Ketu is also aspecting your 6th house of people who work below you or your colleagues, then spoiling that relationship may in turn impact your relationship with your seniors. So play your cards very well. Why this is important is because Ketu is also aspecting your 2nd house of higher earning, your ability to earn more. So if you spoil your rapport with your seniors, the powers that be, obviously your ability to be able to earn more, increase or get increments in your earnings may also get affected. Now, what great opportunities for Sagittarius ascendant natives is coming by is because your Lagna Lord Jupiter is moving away from your 5th house of romance, children, gains, and into your 6th house of service. But Ketu is in the 10th house, which means coming April, you may have a strong opportunity of growth, either within your organization or a role change or outside of your organization. So whichever opportunity comes by for you, do your due diligence and take that opportunity. Some risk may also be involved in that, but it is better to be able to make the change now rather than later, when it may be forced and not be conducive to your requirement. So between April next year to August, there may be an opportunity for change within the organization, or growth, or maybe a better designation, better role change, or outside of the organization. So keep your eyes open for an opportunity either way, and use that due diligence and take that, even if it means a slight risk, maybe not a high risk. Rahu aspecting your 12th house means heightened expenses may also come by a transformation in how you look at expenses from now or till now, which means you may relook at how much money I'm saving, am I putting it in the right investment boxes, am I spending too much? So that thought may also come by. Yet what you may do is, if you don't plan well, though you may start off thinking about money, where the money is going, am I saving enough and all that, but Ketu is aspecting the second house of income. So if you increase your expenses, assuming that you're actually regulating them, in fact it may be counterproductive, you may end up spending more money. So be careful that don't be too wishful in terms of, let me make this investment rather than that, let me take out money from this particular investment I've made, liquidate it and put in another one which I think will make more money, because that may be a higher risk to take. So overall, still a good time period for Sagittarius ascendant natives. Growth may come by in your career, in your role. There may be a better opportunity of doing something more in your work. Change of home also, maybe in research, moving into a larger house, or even moving into foreign lands may also come by. So be careful of how you use that opportunity. So overall, good period for Sagittarius ascendant native, as long as the Rahu at work is maintained. Now for Capricorn ascendant natives, Rahu will be moving into your 3rd house and Ketu will be moving into your 9th house. What opportunities Rahu is creating for you is connected more to your communication, your ability to strike a better rapport with people, work closer with people. So which means Rahu is telling you that over the next 18 months, between surely November this year and maybe March of 2025, between these 18 months, the best opportunity for you to make better gains in terms of your ability to work with people and work on your communication. If you are able to show hard work or work smartly in your effort, then you will be able to make very good gains, especially because Rahu will also be aspecting the 11th house and the Scorpio sign of transformation. So transformation coming in how your wishes and desires get fulfilled because of your ability to be able to brand yourself better, to be able to communicate better, to be able to put a new impact in influencing people how you work. So it's not about just putting in hard work. It means that you need to work smartly and be able to showcase that you're working hard. Then better results will come for you. So some effort on how you present, how you work is also important, rather than just continue to work. This is also important because Jupiter is moving away from the 3rd aspect of Saturn and moving into the 5th house of gains. Jupiter is expanding your opportunity of being able to make a change in your gains. High gains may come by for you. Jupiter will also expand the time that you need in the romantic liaison. So spending more time with your partner, giving more time in an environment where you can lay your hair down, you can enjoy, you can go out, you can vacation. That is surely coming by for you. For some of you, a larger family may be also on the anvil, especially if you're in a committed relationship. So if you're not planning to expand your family, be careful, because you may end up without thinking conceiving also. And it may also create an opportunity where you may need more time with your partner. So you may ask your partner to be able to take more time off for vacationing, for traveling, all that may come by. Why vacationing and traveling? Because the 5th house, the house of love, interest, what you like to do, what you love to do. Jupiter is also a sporty planet. However, Ketu is into the 9th house. Ketu brings about a transformation, a change. So if you have not been laying your head down, traveling, going for vacations and all that, then Jupiter will move into the 5th house under the aspect of Ketu, aspecting Ketu back in the 9th house and create those opportunities. Especially while Ketu is also aspecting the Lagna and aspecting Jupiter, which means that there may be good opportunities to be able to make gains through your communication. Mind you, remember this, Rahu is placed in the Pisces sign ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter moving into the gain making placement, and Ketu aspecting both Jupiter and aspecting your Lagna. So which means an opportunity for growth in gain surely coming by. which may be connected to long distance travel, foreign travels, working with people across cultures. There may be some unusual people who come in or join your organization, expansion of your team, you moving into a different department may come back. So for Capricorn ascendant native, there may be more stability because Saturn continues to be in your second house of your earning. So stability in earning may be there, but differences or changes or opportunities in making gains in a change of career may come by, change in your romantic relation may come, change in your family may come, change in your investments may also become. So make use of this time, focus on your communication skills, focus on your ability to influence people, and the next 18 months can be a better time for you for better growth, better change, better results may also come by for Capricorn ascendant natives. Now for Aquarius ascendant natives, Rahu will be moving into your second house of earnings, increase in your savings, increase in your ability to earn more. So Rahu is activating that house, or at least activating the desire to earn more. So if Rahu is creating that opportunity, then you make use of that opportunity better, especially because Jupiter is also going to move away in 6 months time, away from your third house and into the money sign of Taurus, into the fourth house of assets, which means Rahu will expand or create an opportunity for you to expand your earnings, and because of that you may also make investments. Your need for a home may be higher. So some of you may be making investments in real estate or expanding your home, moving into a larger home, or maybe buying things at home. Surely an increase in the quality of life is on the cards. However, this also means while Rahu is moving into a second house and giving you expanded earnings, higher earning, but expenses may also come by for you. Why expenses? Because Ketu is moving into your 8th house of suddenness and aspecting your 12th house of expenses, which means Rahu will expand your earnings, but Ketu will also force you. However, Ketu's aspect on the 12th house also means some expenses you may also regulate. You may also work in terms of percentages. Then these are better gain making opportunities for you. So surely overall, Saturn continuing to be in your Lagna, stability is guaranteed for you, not too much change in the status quo in terms of your stature. So not too much of a going down or such changes that you are on the receiving end and you are thinking or you are worrying too much. But overall an opportunity coming for you for higher earnings, better investments, better assets, maybe regulating your spending, all that is coming by. Only thing I will warn you is that keep a track of how you are going to spend time in your domestic life, because you will sometimes find that wanting to earn more, wanting to increase your earnings, livelihood, you may focus too much on your work, work too much longer hours, focus on your business, and because of which your domestic life will get affected. So keep a track of how much time away from your domestic life you're giving. Keep your domestic life in focus, give time to your family, and stability is guaranteed for Aquarius ascendant natives. For Pisces ascendant natives, this is a very unique placement. Why? Rahu will be moving into your Lagna and Jupiter is moving away and changing the signs or changing the houses from with Rahu. And the three planets will continue to be in line with each other, which means Jupiter away from your Lagna into the second house, Rahu away from your second house into the Lagna, while Saturn continues to be in your 12th house. So these three very large planets, one of the strongest energies in the horoscope, will continue to be in your second house, first house and 12th house. However, now Rahu is coming between the two planets, Jupiter and Saturn, the largest bodies, while Rahu is a virtual planet, virtual energy. What it means is that on one hand, Jupiter moving into the second house while being the Lagna Lord is expanding earnings, expanding your ability to earn, to grow your potential. Rahu moving into the Lagna, it is saying that okay, my increments in my savings are important, increments in my ability to earn are important, but I also want a better designation, better growth. So sometimes increment may come by for some people, but maybe the growth that you're expecting from your job, from your career may not be to what you aspired for. So sometimes you may push the envelope, which means you may push your bosses also, saying that I expected this role, I should be given this role, and so on. So be little careful how you play your cards well, because increment surely is seen through the next 18 months. Better livelihood is also seen. However, for better designation, for better stature, for better growth, you may have to push yourself hard, but also bid your time and play your cards well. Keep the good rapport with the powers that be, because otherwise increment may come by, but not the growth in terms of your stature. However, Rahu will continue to keep its eye on gain making placements on the 5th and the 9th house, which means gain surely are giving for Pisces ascendant natives, and this can be an opportunity for using your higher learning, using your higher qualification to be able to gain more in your stature, in your gains. And Rahu goes into the Lagna and aspect the 5th house of romance. So some of you may get into those relations which are a little unique, which may also affect your reputation. So for some of you, go out with a better looking person, because of which your stature is enhanced in society, or you may go out with a person who is very unusual. So now people look at you slightly differently because of the kind of people or the company that you're keeping. So be careful of the company you keep. Second thing is, suddenly without warning, you may go for vacation, travel with your friends, with your new romantic liaison. On sudden vacation, sudden long distance travel also may come by for you. So keep an eye on your expenses coming by and suddenness of actions that you're taking, which may hamper your reputation of you being a serious person, that you being somebody who's very concerned or committed to your work. So keep that in mind and play your cards well. Saturn going into the 11th house or remaining in your 11th house and aspecting your 2nd house of earning, and Jupiter moving away, which means Jupiter is losing the tight grip of Saturn and moving into the 3rd house, but in the Taurus sign, which means the more effort that you put in, the more gains will come in. Why gains are activated? Because obviously Rahu is aspecting both your 5th and the 9th house. So especially starting from November, though your earnings are activated, but more from next year, April onwards, when Jupiter will move away from your 2nd house, away from the grip of Saturn and into your 3rd house of Taurus sign, which means it will expand your opportunity to put in more effort and gain more. So overall, Jupiter going into the 3rd house, but under the aspect of Ketu with this from the 7th house, which means if you're able to keep your relationships well, if you are able to keep your social network very well, then higher earnings may also come by for you. Higher stature may also come by for you, better career growth may also come by for you, especially because Jupiter rules both your 10th house as well as your Lagna and will be under the aspect of Ketu. And Rahu, on the other hand, will also be aspecting your gain. So overall, this is a good placement or a better placement than a number of other ascendant signs for better gains. So I would suggest Pisces sign people to be able to play your cards well, because the best gains may be coming by for Pisces ascendant natives rather than any other sign. So friends, now that we have seen how Rahu and Ketu's transit will be playing out over the next 18 months, starting somewhere around the first week of November and going until April in 2025. So these 18 months are creating opportunities for some of us, some challenges here and there overall also. However, Rahu moving into Pisces sign is one of the better transits for Rahu. Ketu moving into the Virgo sign is also one of the better placements for Ketu, especially if they are not coming in line with some doshas or yogas that you have in your horoscope in the natal birth chart. So keeping that in mind, also understand that different flavors may work out for different ascendant natives. So friends, like this video, share this video, and if you're looking for a personal consultation from me, please reach out to me at the link below. Till some other time, some other video, this is your friend astrologer and guide Irfan signing off.